You think the girls are in a heavy feeding stage. The emus go through feeding cycles basically depending on the temperature. They'll go from eating what I consider a normal amount of food, which is about 3 or 4 pounds split between them a day, to eating next to nothing, like maybe eating a 1/4 pound split between them a day, and they'll stay in that state for months, basically throughout their entire mating season. We just say that they basically fast because they eat next to nothing. And now they're in a heavy feeding stage where they will eat, 7 or 8 pounds of food almost between the two of them a day. And even giving them that, when I get down here, they're very excited to get to their food. This is Corona right here. See if I can get, hold on a second. There we go, sorry about that. And Sam is also very anxious for her snacks. Hi, Sam. Oh, she's talking to me. She's not even gonna wait for me to put it in her food bowl. Are you starving to death, lady? This is always kind of a fun time just because they're always so excited in the morning. They're always so hungry. My goal is always for there to be a little tiny bit of food left over the next day, but this time of year, that's almost impossible. Hi, Corona. She's like, we stop. Too close, can't get him in the shot. Hey, girls. But yes, and so that's a special emu diet that we buy for them. They actually make emu food. We have to special order it because it's not something the store usually keeps. Both these girls are doing well. They have stopped laying eggs already. They're older. They're about 18 years old or so. And they used to lay pretty much from middle of October all the way through April, and they would lay an egg every 3 days or so, each one. But now they don't start laying until about the end of December, and they only lay maybe an egg a week. And then, like I said, they've stopped pretty early. We're not even at the end of February yet. And I'm fine with that. It's better for their bodies to not be laying so much anyway. All right, let's go put these snacks in their food bowl. That's what they want. There you go. I try not to put too much there just because even though I've got that little overhang, it can still get wet, and they're very picky. They won't eat it once it gets wet, and it's very expensive food, so if they're, like, it was raining a little last night, so I didn't want there to be too much left over. It doesn't go to waste. I just give it to the geese, but the geese don't need that expensive feed. You guys are pretty cool animals to keep. They're definitely something else. Both of these girls are very nice. I've had them their whole lives, got them the day they hatched. And so they're very used to me. They've never been aggressive towards me at all. You see some emus online can be fairly aggressive, and that's really more of a territorial thing, I think. But these girls kind of accept me here, so they've never been aggressive towards me at all. Can't say the same for others. They're not a big fan of having strangers come into their enclosure or even on the property. Even if someone's way up there, they get antsy and they start talking, and you can tell they're aware of the stranger. They're very territorial animals. You can walk around their enclosure. I don't know if you can really tell, but basically the entire perimeter of their enclosure is a beaten down path because they just walk it all day. They spend most of their time somewhere on the perimeter of their enclosure. No other animals are allowed in here. You know, they won't tolerate any wildlife in here. They're just very territorial. This is their spot, nobody else's. You gonna let me pet you? No. Corona's a bit antisocial. Sam lets me get away with more. And I can really easily tell them apart. So if you look here, if we get her head to pop up, Corona has bigger bald spots on the side of her head where there you see that bluish color. So that stands out to me right away. And then if we can get up here, I'll show you Sam. Sam's head has thicker feathers, so you don't see anywhere near as much skin on her head, and that's just how they naturally grew in. So it's really easy. They're both female, but it's really easy for me to tell them apart even when they're separated. All right, I guess that's it for this video. Hope y'all enjoyed some time with the emus. I think this is one of my favorite times of the year with them, just because they're always so excited to see me in the morning, or I should say they're excited to see their food in the morning, but it's still fun. All right, I'll see y'all later.